KingsCast at www.kingscast.net, the video podcast for LA Kings fans by LA Kings fans. I'm Chris Kalazewski, again riding solo without the traveling Keith Kornelick. In this second edition of Overtime, I present my Lower Bowl experience segment at the Coyotes vs. Kings game on April 4, discuss the road games in Alberta, and throw out some curious stats. So like we say at KingsCast, enjoy the view. Here we go. Playing the Phoenix Coyotes is always pretty lame. Doesn't matter where we play them, or when we play them, the games are usually pretty uneventful and disappointing. They're also the Kings' most boring divisional opponents. But, as they say, that's why they play the games. In the second-to-last home game of the 08-09 season, the Kings and Coyotes were battling it out in a game that was rightfully referred to as the Battle for 13th place in the West, also known as the most irrelevant game of the evening in the National Hockey League. Not to us Kings fans, however, an immediate beeline to Fernando was absolutely necessary. The game experience itself was interesting, to say the least. There was, of course, the video snippet from 4 years ago that's been playing all season on the Kings Jumbotron of us. The somber attitude of another Kings season ending. And that celebratory event to start the game, including jersey-retired former Kings players Wayne Gretzky, Luc Robitaille, and those three other guys. The first period was a rare, special treat. Brian Boyle scored 2 goals in 8 minutes as the Kings took an impossible and unsafe 2-0 lead. The first intermission was pretty normal, except the 2 young guys who dared to wear their Mighty Ducks of Anaheim jerseys to the City View Terrace. They were violently hassled, video not included. The game itself felt a lot like the Kings season. It was up, down, and very shaky. In the second period, a goal by Shane Doan had us wondering if this was the beginning of the end, as the Yotes always seem to have our number. Remember, we were 1-4 against them this season, but it didn't show this night.
We'll take the updrake and get the wheel spin.
The second break was a curious time. Taking a 3-1 lead into the third was nothing but safe feeling, but people were having fun. Some, like this person, a little too much fun. A trip to the Royal Room was certainly in order. The third period was a sometimes dramatic, overly successful moment in recent Kings home game history. 3 more goals, a dominant 6-1 win, and balanced scoring. Thanks AEG, this night's rain show was exceptional. Here, Connie Kim and Matt the Sound Guy give us some of their keen observations.
Roloff's a lot bigger than I thought.
Yeah, a lot of them are. And sometimes some of these goalies just look like Transformers. They're so huge.
Traveling to Alberta on their last road trip of the season, we all thought the Kings would step it up a notch and play a hard-fought game and close out the season in style, as this was our playoffs. They did not. The Kings play yet another lackluster, checked out for the summer, boring game and lose 4-1. Disturbing stat of the season, Cammy's 2 goals and 3 assists in 4 games against the Kings, including 4 wins and a point in every game. Damn! The following night, the Kings traveled up the road to another Alberta city and hockey hotspot, Edmonton. The Oilers, actually playing for something, completely blew it as the Kings ruthlessly knocked them out of playoff contention, winning 2-1. A somewhat pleasing stat. Patrick O'Sullivan in 17 games with the Oilers has 1 goal and 4 assists for 5 points. Ouch. And there you have it. The official winding down of yet another Kings playoff-less season. Games do remain, 1 game in British Columbia, and 1 final home game at Staples Center to close it out at the convenient and highly coveted 1 p.m. time slot on Saturday the 11th. The chase for 80 points is on, with the Kings only needing 3 out of a possible 4 points to achieve. Yeah, I know. But like Luc Robitaille, anything is possible. I'm Chris Kalazewski for Keith Kornelick, and thank you for watching Overtime by KingsCast.